Do you think people think you're crazy?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
I mean, look at the way I'm dressed. I was always taught to be yourself, and growing up, I'd always have these people like, oh, why can't you just be like everybody else? Like, act normal, you know? Like, they wanted me to conform. I think some of our fondest childhood memories was when we were pretending to be something else. When I was really young, I saw a community theater production of Beauty and the Beast, and the way that they did Lumiere with the fans and the candles, I saw that and I thought, I want that costume. And I never would have imagined that people wore costumes for fun off stage. I think being able to put on something that you might not normally wear can give you a sort of like, oh yeah, like this is real, like I'm doing this, I'm turning into this character. Like so much as a coat, a hat, you know, something. You know, you put that on and you think, okay, I am no longer me.
Still looking.
I was always going to be an artist. I was always going to be wacky, wild, and weird. There was never like the expectation of being the lawyer, the doctor, the pharmacist, what have you, stable job, 9 to 5. Like that was never going to be in the cards for me anyway.
Hey, you can't be rogue. You can't be a rogue without at least a little southern sugar.
I would say rogue in a number of ways paralleled my life. There were a lot of things that I began to realize that made a lot of sense. So there are some things like, for example, I was bullied a lot growing up, and I don't have particularly great skin, and I have very fair complexion and very dark colored hair and very thick body hair, and when it came to things like being called Sasquatch routinely, meant that I ended up wearing sweaters a lot in the summer, or wearing gloves when you didn't necessarily need to be wearing gloves, and being concealed from head to toe. And so there was definitely a lot about Rogue that later I sort of identified with in a way that I didn't sort of realize necessarily growing up. As a kid who was bullied a lot, like I read a lot. Most kids who were bullied a lot, like you read a lot, you hide in the library, you get all the books, you get lost in stories. And I thought, for me, cosplay was the next way to really get lost in a story.
Back in 2013, my depression started, and it hit hard. I honestly never thought that I would be happy again, let alone smile. I figured, okay, I'll go to the D23 Expo in Anaheim, California. That's the official Disney Fan Club's convention. It wasn't until I was able to put on that costume and become that character and to interact with other people and to really take in the fact that all of these people are here for the exact same reason. All of these people are Disney fans. Like, these are the kind of folk that I want to surround myself with. And the fact that, you know, whether they're in costume or not, you know, I have found my community.
I think fandom is just sort of one niche avenue where it could have been sports, it could have been something else, but it's not just the enjoyment I got out of the thing itself, it's the community I was able to build along the way and the support I was able to find along the way, and to find out that I'm not alone and that there are other people like me out there, and that this is something that, yeah, some people will call me crazy for, but it's also something that I'm not the only crazy person out there doing it. Like, there's thousands upon thousands of us. I think cosplay is one of those things that no matter how old you are, no matter what you feel like, no matter what you look like cosplay is for you. If there's a character that you love to portray, there is a way that you can portray them and feel like you've done them justice and to like feel like that character. If you just want to like wear a costume and go to a convention, you're in a sea full of strangers and you just get to be whoever it is you want to be in that moment.